Assalamu alaikum Whaatwaa family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mr. Whaatwaa. And today, hey yo, man, check this out. Alright guys, I'm in the airport and something's been on my mind heavy. We have Mecca. Now everybody's been talking about Mecca, everybody's been talking about, you know, Mr. Whaatwaa, when you going to Mecca? Well guys, the day has finally come. And people have to understand that during Ramadan, we did so much during this Ramadan. We were able to, of course, give to the homeless. We was able to make good deeds. We was able to make sure that we fasted all 30 days, the whole month, you know. It was just crazy. And even though this was my first fasting, my first Ramadan, I did not miss one day. I did not miss one day fasting. I fasted every day. And a lot of times people keep asking me, they're like, Mr. Whaatwaa, why Islam? You know what I'm saying? Why Islam? You know what I'm saying? Before you was a Catholic, so why Islam? This is my answer, okay guys? This is my answer. The reason why I chose Islam. Now, the reason why I chose Islam is that throughout my life, the only thing that I've been chasing was materialistic things. I mean, cars, jewelry, women. And honestly, there was no fulfillment. No matter what you obtain, you will always want more. But one thing that you can never want more of is once you get your deen strong. Once your deen is strong, everything else doesn't matter. Like everything else doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Because you will never want more. You will never want more than your deen, if that makes sense. Like once you get your deen and your imam strong, you would never want more after that. So then I started to think like, okay, I got onto YouTube, and when I was on YouTube, nothing was about religion. Nothing was about religion. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? Okay. I was making my videos. And then, of course, you know, I saw the Dean Squad videos. That was just off the chain. Like, I was sitting there, like, trying to understand, like, what are these boys saying? You know, the song they had, Allah's Plan. Allah's Plan. Allah's Plan, yeah. Hey, took Shahada 2020. Took Shahada 2020. That's crazy. JD took his Shahada 2010. I took my Shahada 2020. That's kind of cool. All right. But anyway, so... you know, and then of course listening to like things of like my brother, you know, my brother Carter, man. Shout out to Carter, man. KZ, bro. I love what you're doing, bro. You're doing good, bro. Keep going, bro. Inshallah, man, you'll make it. Inshallah. But then I started listening to stuff like what Carter was saying and all the words he was using. I was like, what are these guys saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a full-blown Catholic at that time, strong Catholic. So I'm like, what are these guys saying? So then as things progressing, that's when I started to notice, like, okay, let me try to see if I can understand what these guys are saying. Let me do some research. So I'm not sure if I put it in the comment section or if I said for someone to please like get in the comment section and let me know what they're saying. And then that's when people started letting me know what they were saying. Like they were translating the words, like, you know what I'm saying, yada, just all of this stuff. Like what Carter said. It's crazy how Allah brought me close to the deen. Mashallah, bro, mashallah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Alright, but let me take this out just so y'all can see me. Alright, look, don't get me in trouble, okay? Because I'm not supposed to take my mask off, but just so real quick so y'all guys can see me. It's me. Alright, so back to what I was saying. So then after that, I said, okay, let me start looking at these videos. So I started watching these videos, and then I started to question my faith. Like why am I doing the Trinity in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? You know what I'm saying? Why am I doing that? Why is it three? Why is it Trinity? And then I started to think like, okay, even if Prophet Isa, or Jesus as we call him, even if Jesus, why would Jesus know that there's a God, right? Why would he know that there's a God, and like the Christians say, he came down from heaven, right? Why would he know that there's a God and then still say for you to worship him as a God? Who does stuff like that? That's like when you go to the store and you ask, like, you go to the store and you're like, oh, let me speak to the manager. And the cashier is like, yeah, I am the manager. Talk to me. That doesn't make sense, right? And then the other thing that didn't make sense was, what was the other thing? The other thing that didn't make sense was, oh man, what was it? The other thing that didn't make sense was, they said that he was God's son. So if he's God's son, if we thinking in that nature, not that this happened, but let's say Jesus had a son. So does that make Jesus' son God as well? Then you start going into having multiple gods. So if you're saying that you believe in God, right? You believe that there's a God, but then you also believe that Jesus is a God too. So that means you believe in more than one God. So now you have multiple gods. That doesn't make sense. And then the other thing I was thinking is, if Jesus said to worship him as a God, why would you do that? Why would you worship someone that says to worship them as God? Even though Prophet Isa didn't say that. Prophet Isa didn't say that. I know he didn't say that. But for the Christians that say that, well, if they find somewhere that says for us to worship him as a God, right? Why would you do that? Why would you worship someone? And even that, I don't even believe Prophet Isa would even say that. Why would Prophet Isa come down and know that there's a God and then tell you to worship him as a God? It doesn't make any sense at all, right? So that was one thing. And then the other thing is, like, what? The other thing that was in my mind was, in Islam, they teach you that Jesus is a prophet, and only to look at him as a prophet. The same thing with Muhammad. He's a prophet, and only to look at him as a prophet. So when I started thinking, I was like, okay, so why in other religions, like Christianity and stuff, then why would you look at a prophet as a God? If you do that, then that means you need to look at all of these other people. That means you're going to look at your priest as a God, your pastor as a God. That means you're going to look at all these evangelists that come out. Who's these evangelist people? Like, I mean, there's a whole bunch of evangelists, but like all of these evangelists, that means you're going to be looking at them as prophets, right? Or as God, right? Now, forget the whole prophet thing. That means that you'll be looking at your priest, your pastor, all these, evangelists. That means you're going to be looking at them as God, and that doesn't make any sense at all. Not to my knowledge, if you ask me. So that's my whole thing. So to me, I feel like it's time to go to Mecca. But we're talking about Mecca, so y'all let me know. Is this the right time to go to Mecca, or should I wait until next year? Right now the year is 2021. So if this is the right time to go to Mecca, someone in the comment section let me know, and let me know how I can do it. How can I make it to Mecca? You know what I'm saying? Because I've never been, and I would prefer to go with someone. I don't want to go by myself. So inshallah it happens. But I want you guys to get down in the comment section, let me know, man. It's your boy Mr. Whaatwaa, I'm about to be out. Oh yeah, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and join the Whaatwaa family. Also, before you leave the channel, put a like on this video. It's 9:30, 10:30. Oh wow, I'm about to be late. I'm gonna catch my flight. Alright, catch y'all later. Peace.